Alrighty folks, it is Diecast Buffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR 06 Career Mode. So, we're going to head out to Old Spice Speedway. We're going to go qualify first. We actually won our first ever Busch race here at Old Spice Raceway. Can we do the sweep? It's going to be really exciting. So, without further ado, we're going to head out to the racetrack. You know, this Busch Series ride, we've only had 10 starts, or we plan to have 10 starts. I think we have 2 more after this, or 1 more. We're right at the end of the season, I might add. And it's a pretty competitive car. It really is. It's not, like, overpowered, but it's definitely one of those cars that if you do everything right and you have a great pit stop and you don't make any mistakes, you're going to get a great finish. That's kind of where it is in terms of competitiveness. Let me make sure my audio is corrected. Hold on. Click that. There we go. Fortunately, this track has a very long access road, or exit road rather, for pit road, so it gives me time to check my audio. So anyways, top 35 is the goal. You have to qualify within the top 35 to make the show. But what's interesting about this racetrack to me is just, it's such a fast speedway, but at the same time, it's a road course. This is a true road course. Even though it has the banking of a speedway, you could see the same thing about Watkins Glen for a little bit. The S's have banking to them. You have the carousel that has the banking. You can go to Road America. You have the elevation change on the front straightaway. You have the carousel that has just a little bit of banking. But my point is that even though this racetrack does have a little bit of what is it? Trenton, I think, is the name of the racetrack. I'm thinking of the kidney beam racetrack that the Indy cars, open wheel cars used to race a long time ago, including stock cars. But I do consider this a true road course, like the other ones. And in terms of the schedule, I do consider this like a Mid-Ohio or a Road America or a Portland, you know, just one of those one-off Xfinity road courses that they change out every decade or whatnot. But yeah, we should have no problem qualifying top 35, assuming we don't mess up. Like when we qualified here the first time this season, we hit the Armco barriers on the second lap, and that just killed all the momentum. So as long as we don't make a massive mistake like that, should be able to get into the show. It's a long race, though. It is a couple laps longer than the race that we won. So that's going to help you if you qualify bad, but it also can hurt you if you don't have a good car because you have to survive a couple more laps. But, you know, qualifying poorly, 2 laps here is like, in comparison, that's like 3 or 4 laps maybe at Atlanta, maybe even 5 laps. So that's a lot of real estate and a lot of time to allow a car that's handling poorly to be able to get through the front. I do think we need to make a qualifying adjustment, maybe, or post-qualifying adjustment, maybe tighten up the car just a little bit. It's a little free, and I'm afraid as the run goes on, which the run is going to be a little bit longer for this track, I feel like we need to have a tighter race car so we can have more control, because we're going to have to be aggressive here. I mean, we're qualifying probably 19th or 20th, 22nd rut row. I thought the second lap was a little bit better, but yeah, we're going to just make a slight adjustment here. We're going to actually tighten up the car just a smidge. It's going to be very bad early on, but as that run goes on, it's going to help us. So we're qualifying into the show, and it's going to be a good one, fellas. Alrighty, folks, so we qualified 22nd. Our teammate qualified 18th. This is a racetrack we can win at, guys. We can sweep this race if we take care of the equipment and just have a decent day. The car's going to be a little bit tight here, so when we get to the S's here, the kink, whatever you'd like to call it, the car cannot turn without some real estate. So we're going to have to make sure we go through here single wide. Oh no, dive bomb underneath. Hello. Yeah, that was not a good move. Oh, contact there. It's impossible to not have contact to that portion of the racetrack, but 18 laps here is a very, very long time. Let me tell you, it is a long time around here. So settle in, strap up, and just take care of the car. Don't make a bad mistake. You know, just take care of the equipment, like right here. Go to the inside lane. Don't cook your tires. But hey, set them up. It's like, what is it, turn 11 at Sonoma? Or in this game, Infineon Raceway. Just set them up, get underneath them, force them to run the outside. You know, they can't come down on you or you'll wreck them. Also, notice the car ahead of us has like a purple back window. I just noticed that. You see that? It's crazy. It has a purple back window. That is really cool. So I'm guessing that's a color glitch, but it actually has a colored back window. That is cool. All the other ones have clear. That one actually has blue. That is actually really cool. Oh wait, we already found what they're going to add to the next gen cars. They're going to add colored windows. Watch that be a thing. I'm kidding. Car feels pretty good, but again, you just got to move your way through the field. The tires, they're going to work in your favor here. The AI's tire wear does play a factor. I'm still perplexed at the back window of that car right in front of us, that blue one, has blue windows. I think that's really cool. That's some like Need for Speed stuff right there, man. That's pretty cool. But as the run goes on, the AI's pace is going to slow down. That's going to pay dividends, right? That's going to allow you to be able to get a couple laps in where you're going to be able to charge hard and make up some track position. But you can't make that costly mistake. And then you also have the wild card, which is the caution potentially coming out during the pit sequence. If we have a caution during it, it could trap some of the cars well back in the field. I don't think anyone's going to go a lap down today, but if you're way in the back and you have 10 laps to go, or not 10 laps, but you know, maybe 8 laps to go, give or take. Oh, tight racing. And you're like 30th. How in the world are you going to pass 29 cars in 8 laps when everybody's on equal tires? You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to work. So that caution that could come out that could really separate the whole field. Don't want to be on the bad side of that. So we got our teammate here. He hasn't went anywhere. Looks like he's getting kind of held up. I want to get around him cleanly. I don't want to door slam him, but you know what? It is what it is. He's actually done really good this year, so don't want to take him out. Trying to grow this team. We probably won't be back with this team next year, so you know, kind of give him one more send-off if possible. All right, so we're up to 18th, so we're starting to make a little bit of real estate, but Shane Hamill, that 32 Chevy, is just absolutely dominating today thus far. We go on the outside. Whoa, back end's going to get a little loose there. Coming down here to the, what do you call this, the horseshoe? A little bit of banking here. So it's not as flat as like Sonoma's turn 11, but it certainly is a great passing zone. And you have this little, you know, right-hander, left-hander. And this corner right here is always interesting because it's just an Armco barrier. If you hit that Armco barrier at a breaking point and puncture it, you're going to fly probably 100 feet down off the mountain. I mean, it's like, what? I mean, look at on the left side. Look how high up that is. That's insane. I mean, that is dangerous, yo. I mean, they would have to have like 3 layers of fencing to hold that in. I mean, if it's a rally car, they just have a cheap wooden fence, but in stock car racing, they got to have some catch fencing or something. So anyways, lap 6 out of 18 here. We're 17th. You can just kind of sense the pace of the cars are starting to slow down. So I believe the tire wear is playing a little bit of a factor. But again, we just ask for, you know, just a chance, right? Just an opportunity to win this race. And qualifying bad does not help. So you just got to navigate, find our way through it. We're going to be a little bit more aggressive here since the tires are worn a little bit. We'll be pitting soon anyway, so I'm going to push the tires. Get everything you can out of them, right? You don't want to screw them up on lap 1 and then have a horrible race car for the end of the race. But when you're getting close to that pit stop, just go ahead and push it. Get what you can out of them since we saved them early on. There we go. But yeah, you could just feel like the AIs are getting a little bit slower. The tires are starting to wear, and the pace of the event, which is, you know, working in our favor here. We're up to 14th. Is anyone going to pit? Yes, they are. First pit stop's underway. Now, I couldn't tell you the best strategy to pit here because when we raced the Busch race earlier this season, there was a caution at this time. Ooh, sorry. And that caution kind of made it so everyone had to pit during the, you know, during the yellow. So I'm not sure. Do you want to pit early? Do you want to pit late? To me, I would like to pit with the 32 car if possible. There's actually a lot of real estate to drive and before you get to the actual pit line. So you can kind of cook it in there if you really wanted to. And you can make up some ground on the AI. Because the AI, they kind of coast around the pit line where the rule is essentially black or white. There's a lot of real estate, so you can gas it up through there. It should be just before the tunnel, I think, is the true pit line. Or are we willing to make that risk? I don't know. But that's what I remember from the last time we raced it. Anyways, we're 10th place. We've trimmed it down to 7 seconds, give or take. It was at 8.5 earlier. So we're making some hay. AIs are slowing down. The tires are falling apart. But who's going to win this race? You got to have track position at the end. I don't know. We're driving through the field, so we have a good car today. But will it be enough? 7 seconds is a lot of time. I'm afraid we might want to go ahead and pit now, guys. I think we're going to do so. So I don't know where the pit line commit is, but I don't want to get a speeding penalty. Okay, slow down. All right, let's see. Okay, right there. So it's like 2 car lengths ahead of the actual tunnel. So that basically tells me I can go in there and cook it, and then we get 2 car lengths away to slam on the brakes. I didn't want to speed there and give up 5 seconds, and we have to put 2 tires on with a horrible wedge adjustment and make the car extremely tight. How y'all doing out there, guys? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's kind of the dog days of the season. We're almost done with this season. I have no clue what the 2008 year plans are going to be. Are we going to run full-time Busch? Are we going to run full-time trucks? I have no idea. Decent pit stop, 17.8, could be better. But here's the real gamble is where in the world are we going to come out here? Pit road this is easily by far the longest pit road in the top 3 NASCAR series. By far. So it takes a long time to get around there. You can lose a lot of speed to some fresh Goodyears. I have no idea where we're going to come out in terms of the track position. I imagine it's going to be bad because we're a lap down to J.J. Yaley. 24th, he's going to surrender the lead. He's going to come down pit road. We're going to be able to pick up the lap. And hopefully the leaders are not too far ahead. I don't know, but I'm pushing the car. I mean, as Larry McReynolds would say, smoke them if you got them. And right now, we are going to smoke these tires. This might be the battle for the lead. All these cars, these little green dots ahead of me. So we're gonna push hard here. We're gonna push hard. We're gonna race aggressive and see where it goes. Because obviously 50 seconds is based on J.J. Yaley, not based on the field. There's Denny Hamlin. Oh no, lift. The corner cut a little bit, so I had a lift there. My theory with corner cutting is that if you put all 4 tires beneath that white line, that is, corner cutting. So you have to lift. That would probably be, at least concede the position, That would probably be the official ruling for that if there was no rumble strip or anything to prohibit. But if we put at least 3 tires on there, then we're good. Or at least 1 tire, I should say. Okay, so this is the delta here. It's 7.3, which is actually very close to where it was before the pit sequence. We've probably actually gained a little bit since then. So I imagine the delta was probably like an 8.1. And since we're running really fast lap times, the delta's probably shrinked a little bit. Hey, man, I used to drive that car last year. I got to move them, man. I'm going for it. If this thing goes caution-free to the end, I got to find a way to make up 7 seconds here. I'm cooking it. I have nothing to lose with this car. We have 1 more Busch start. Larry McReynolds strategy, man. Smoke them if you got them, brother. Keep going. I'm pushing this car. We are AJ Allmendinger road course racing now. That's how we won this race, the 300-mile race here. This is the 350-mile race. We went full AJ Allmendinger mode in the closing laps. But it's not over for a caution. A caution could come out at any given time. We have seen that before. And if it gets to a restart, anything goes. So for me, hot laps here. Full throttle, full send, overdrive, bump, move, whatever you got to do. This is for the win. I'm going to try to set up Denny Hamlin here. He better not block because I will dump him. Sorry, bud. He runs part-time anyway, so it's not going to affect his championship. We've cut it down to beneath 6 seconds. Can we chase down Shane Hamill, your points leader here in the NASCAR Busch Series? He is chasing a championship that could turn his career completely around, but we're just chasing a Busch win right now. That's a lot of time to make up in the closing laps of this event. The car's a little bit tight, but as the run goes on, it should get a little bit looser. But guys, it's lap 14 out of 18. We really need a caution here. I just don't think we can keep up with that 32 car. The delta is just a little too much. I mean, I'm pushing the car as much as I can. You can see how much we're locking it up. We gain a crap load in that corner, but it's just we only run that corner once every lap. So if we gain 0.3 of a second there, it's just not enough to eat through the 5 seconds. You know, we would only get halfway potentially. And you can just see the tires are cooked. I'm pushing this car for everything it has right now. Just trying to survive and advance through this field. It's going to be too little too late without a caution, though. 5 seconds is just way too much time to make up. But I'm not giving up hope yet. We could see one driver just randomly spin out. We have seen this before. Now, if that's the case, I don't even know if we'll have enough fuel to tell you the truth, but we'll kind of cross that bridge if we get there. 4.6 seconds. So, I mean, that corner back there, we gained so much track time. I gotta get around this 79 car, man. Look, bud, I need this position more than you. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We gotta clear them. Luckily, we're on the good side of the track. Oh, whoa, 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 Nelly, that was bad. That was bad. I don't know if we were already rivals with him, or we just kind of got into the groove and then he just body slammed us. I mean, Brock Lesnar style. So if the caution's going to brew, it has to be this lap before the white, and then they would be a green-white checkered attempt. Not going to happen, though, I don't think. I mean, it's the odds of it happening now is unfortunately faded away, but it is what it is. We can still fight for that top 5. Again, qualifying really did us in. It's tough to be able to be, you know, in a green flag event to go from 24th to the lead. It is really tough to do. If we would have qualified 10th, no doubt in my mind, I think we would be up there with Shane Hamill. Because, I mean, we've already crossed half the field. What, you know, if we start off with half the field behind us, I mean, we're just, you know, I feel like we would be in a good spot, but 22nd is not going to cut it in terms of Old Spice Speedway. But we can fight for that top 5. I'm going to see if I can try to get around the 21 car here. Oh, no, no, lift. We corner cut. That might kill it. Come on. And you might be thinking we should have pitted earlier. Well, here's the reason why. Look at our fuel. If that thing turns red, then I know for a fact if we pitted early, we were going to run out of gas. So I think we made the right decision in terms of the pit stop, and we took a swipe at that 21 car. Not going to be enough. Shane Hamill's going to win at Old Spice Speedway. I was trying to catch his bumper there. I really wanted that top 5. And look at that. All 5 Chevys. Dang. Domination. We gave them everything we had, but we couldn't sweep the races this year. That was close right there. I kind of wish we would have spun out, because then we would have got the caution, but we saved it. We should have just we should have just hung that left. It's like, okay, let's get that caution. And then we could have had a chance of winning this thing. All right, so we started 22nd, finished 6th. Hey man, we gave them everything we had, and it still wasn't enough. Our teammate finished where we started, so that just shows you the level of equipment for these cars is not consistent. It's good at some tracks, it's great at some tracks, but man, it's not across the board. Just look at this, bam! That is some hard contact. And if we wouldn't have saved it there, holy moly, I mean, you're talking about a doozy. So, if we didn't save it there, it would have probably helped us, or it could have hurt us, because if we turned right back into traffic, odds are we're going to get a caution and get slammed. Also, notice that 98 Hot Tamales car over there. I believe, yeah, that car's not in the game. That is interesting. I don't know if that was from Chase of the Cup or whatnot, but that is interesting. There's also another car that's showed on the banner. I think it's the Lance 63 car, like the Lance Cracker brand. It makes me wonder, is that part of the NASCAR 06 beta, or is that from Chase of the Cup? I'm not too sure. So anyways, we have one more start in the NASCAR Busch Series for this year. It's going to be at Texas Motor Speedway. It's actually a big weekend, because we're going to be running the truck race and the Busch race, which our next event will be qualifying there. So, we've got 4 races left in the 2007 season. Here's your updated point standings. It's going to take probably 2 DNFs to get Bobby Labonte a chance, so Shane Hamel could be the first Busch Series regular that's not technically leeching, even though Bobby Labonte runs full-time, but you get what I'm trying to say. A driver who has not established himself to win the championship since 2004 with Truex. Jeff Gordon, oh boy, Johnson, I don't think he's going to be able to repeat. I think it's Gordon's championship to lose right now. Lou Stanton, pretty sizable lead for the modifieds, and 41 points separates us entering the final 3 races of the year. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to help out the channel, feel free to use that code, Circle B Diecast, over there at checkout. Use code Diecast Buffet, and you'll save on shipping. Helps out the channel, helps me be able to do videos like this. We are level 4 prestige, 23,000 points away from level 5. So, who knows? Have a great one, everybody. God bless. Diecast Buffet, signing off.